Hey YouTubers, got a great episode this weekend as Justin shoots a buck on public land. So
you never would have guessed, right?
I never would have guessed, right, by watching this episode. No, with that being said, guys, let's talk about public land here for a second in the comments. Do you like public land? Do you dislike public land? What are your thoughts?
Yeah, guys, leave your comments below. Make sure you like the video, subscribe to the channel, and thanks for watching.
Hey guys, happy holidays. Welcome to another great episode of Bowhunt or Die. We are a couple days away from the wonderful holiday spirit, Justin.
Yes.
That's why I left this holiday
Yeah, it's
cheer
kind of
on.
Christmassy looking.
Yeah.
You got some red and some green
I'm
in there.
feeling the Christmas spirit.
Santa Claus graph over here. Well, guys, we have a cool episode for you this week. We've been getting a lot of questions coming in through Facebook page and through our website. When are we going to see Justin's buck that he shot? Did I miss it? Well, no, you didn't miss it. We're actually about to show you that hunt now. Todd just watched it for the very first time.
And don't forget, the hunt takes place on public land. Justin was so excited.
I'm never going to live this one down, definitely. I sound like Josh Fletcher talking in every interview.
And listen, don't pull somebody else into it.
I know, I'm just saying, I deserve every bit of criticism I get because we've sat here and criticized Josh for saying public land, public land, public land all the time, and I end up doing the same thing. Maybe I'll just blame Josh because he did it, so, you know, subconsciously in my mind, that's why
I think it's
was
time to
doing
get
it.
to the hunt.
All right, let's watch the hunt.
Three-quarters of a mile uphill. That's where I came from. That's where I'm going. Let's hope it's worth it. Well, good afternoon, guys. It is Saturday, November 25th. November is quickly coming to an end. Decided to switch it up tonight. Actually hunting some public land. I've never stepped foot on this property until today. Spent all week looking at aerial maps and topo maps. Picked out a spot that I wanted to go. Of course, it was about as far as you could get from a road as possible. Not necessarily by design, but it's just where I wanted to be. We got a bunch of big ridges that come together. Got a nice saddle right here. A lot of deer sign in this area, some big rubs. I'm about 100 yards off of a standing cornfield, so the plan is to hunt this stand tonight and tomorrow morning and then make a decision what to do for Sunday night. So hopefully we see something tonight. Troy Spullum shot a good one this morning, so you just never know. It's not over till it's over. It's a little warmer than I'd like, but not terrible, so stick with me. Got the new Tri-X, see what happens. Bumping some does around. Doesn't look very big, maybe 110, 120 inches, but I didn't get a very good look at them yet. Hopefully they come down here, we'll see. That was a nice young buck, but just not the deer I'm looking for. Pretty cool night. Saw 5 deer, I think, him and 4 does. So hopefully those does come back in the morning and give me a shot. A couple of them were nice big ones. All right, good morning, guys. Saturday, November 26th. Back here in northern Illinois, public land. Same spot as last night. Saw a couple deer in here, figured it wouldn't be the worst decision to come back. We've still got a good wind, good access route, so we'll see what happens, man. We got temperatures in the low to mid 20s this morning. Almost no wind, high pressure. Hopefully we see some deer on their feet. The woods is just waking up. We got turkeys yelping in the trees. Heard a bunch of coyotes this morning. Duck hunters are shooting out on the Mississippi. It's a great day to be an outdoorsman, so hopefully we see some deer. Are you kidding me? I just smoked a stud of a buck on public land here in Illinois. Unbelievable. I don't know how I pulled it off. He was wrapped, had me wrapped all the way around this tree. It wasn't the greatest footage, it was a little zoomed out, but I absolutely drilled him. Beautiful deer. I don't know how many points he's got. He's at least 9 or 10. He came in with, 5 does, 2 other bucks. Unbelievable. Triax, baby. What an absolutely unbelievable morning. I can't even get an interview done. I had deer walking right under me. Doe and 2 fawns. I was gonna shoot a doe this morning, but no need to now. Got a good buck on the ground, but man, what an unbelievable day it's been. Really yesterday and today. Didn't know what to expect coming in here. Public land, never been in here before. I knew it was shotgun hunted last weekend. It's been bow hunted hard all year, but I figured it was worth a try. We had good weather, good temperatures, and I wanted to leave my lease alone for late season. We got a lot of standing food on that place, and I just kind of want to keep the pressure off of it, so decided to hunt public, and wouldn't you know it, I think I've seen 18 deer this morning now, which is more than I've seen in probably my last 18 hunts total. Unbelievable. Time to go find my deer. I got a lot of gear. Nice buck. Cool brown tie.
All right, guys, well, here he is. It's been a couple hours. He didn't run more than maybe 100 yards from the stand. I didn't actually see him go down, but I heard him. Came down here and found him, and then Mike and Dan were nice enough to come out and drag him out here with me. We got about a half-mile drag back to the truck. But, man, great deer. I mean, he's a typical 10-point frame, split brows, and then he's got a little dagger point down here, so he's actually a 13-pointer. So it'll be not my biggest deer I've ever killed, but the most points for sure. And to be public land this year, when I just haven't seen a lot of deer in general, makes this one pretty special. This was just a run and gun set. Came in here last night. I picked out this little saddle on this ridgetop based on the topography. Hung a stand last night. Saw some does, passed a nice 2.5-year-old, and came in here this morning and probably had my best hunt of the year. I saw 18 deer this morning. He was the biggest buck. I saw a couple different 2-year-olds, some 1.5 years, and a lot of does. But he came in with like 4 or 5 does, kind of just pushing them around and pushed him a little bit too close to my stand. Made a perfect shot. Finally, that one feels pretty good. Shooting that NAP Thunderhead Nitro, small fixed blade. Put it right through the boiler room. He didn't make it, like I said, 100 yards. So first public land deer ever for me. First deer with the new Matthews Triax as well. Just got her all set up about a week ago. Obviously, it's shooting good. So I still got one more buck tag in my pocket. Hopefully I can get lucky before the year's over and tag a second one. But if not, I'm going to consider this season a success, all things considered. So, bow hunt or die, guys.
Stealth is lethal. Specifically optimized for close quarters engagement in tight shot positions, the Triax is the quietest, most vibration-free bow we've ever created. Smooth to draw, silent to shoot, the 2018 Triax. Experience it today at your local authorized retailer.
So where were you again when you shot that deer?
I was actually on your farm. I
That
just
I
kept
believe.
saying public land to throw you off the trail. Did
That-
it look familiar?
No, it did not look familiar, but it was a great hunt, Justin. I mean, you
Thanks.
know what? I remember you actually getting the call from you, I think the day before when you were out, and I could not hunt those 2 days. And it was like, those are like the 2 nicest days we had in a while, where it was calm,
it was
crisp,
definitely
cold.
It
It
was
was
one of the best
perfect.
morning temperature and just condition-wise that we really had all year. And it's that weekend where here in Illinois it's between the firearm seasons, so it's the weekend right after Thanksgiving, which traditionally I've always still seen some halfway decent deer movement and rutting activity. So a couple of my friends have been doing the public land thing here in Illinois, and they've been seeing some good deer. And they've been kind of bugging me like, hey, you got to come check this out. We've got a couple places that, we're seeing some good deer. So I figured, what's the worst that could happen? Could it be any worse than the season that I've been having? And honestly, I wanted to go try to shoot a doe. I think I said it somewhere in there. Like, my goal for the weekend was to try to get in there and shoot a doe. And, as fate would have it, a nice buck walked by, and I was able to put a good shot on him.
That was a great hunt. I mean, anytime that you can have someone else show you where to hunt on public land. Nah, I'm giving you a hard time. Justin did his homework on
I
this
did my
one.
own homework on that one.
This was a great hunt, guys. I mean, to be able to go on public land, see that many deer, I mean,
I was surprised. I'll be flat out honest with you. Because, you hear all these horror stories all the time, right? Whether it's the forum or social media or your friends being like, oh, public land, there's guys everywhere. And yes, I mean, that does happen from time to time.
And you saw some other people when you were out
definitely.
there.
I mean, there was a couple guys in the parking lot when I pulled in that afternoon to go hunt. So, I mean, there's definitely other people there. But hey, there's still some good hunting opportunities to be had. You just got to work for them, and sometimes you just got to get lucky, I guess. So, guys, next up, we're going to jump into a couple updates with Kent Petty and Paul Morrison as well. So let's take a look at those now.
Hey guys, Kent Petty here in Missouri. I finally get a chance to go hunting this weekend, but it is doe season for rifle here in Missouri, so I'm going to have to wear orange this weekend. But I got time to go, so I'm going to go. But I'm out here a little early, sitting in the truck, getting ready to go to the stand. So while I got you, I figured I'd tell you how my season's been going so far this year. It's been pretty slow. Like I said, I haven't had much time to hunt with family stuff and work and all kinds of stuff going on. But as you saw on an earlier episode on September, 29th, I shot that tom over our dirt food plot that hadn't started growing yet. And then hunted a few times and no action really. And then, October 21st, I was down south on my dad's farm. And I actually saw our number one hit list buck down there. It's a big mature 8-pointer. And he was following a doe and some yearlings into the food plot. And the does and yearlings were just feeding in the food plot. And he hung up on the edge of it about 70 yards and just watched him and never came any closer. But it was nice to see him on the hoof. But hopefully he made it. I got to get down there and check the stealth cams. Hopefully he made it through rifle season down there. Maybe we can hunt him late season when we finally get some cold weather here in Missouri. But then the weekend after that, I took my nephew during the youth season here in Missouri, and I'm super proud of him. Instead of hunting with the rifle, he wanted to hunt with the crossbow. So me and his dad took him out opening morning on the 28th, and it was a good hunt. He just maybe had a miss or two that opening morning, but it was a good hunt. And then he couldn't hunt that afternoon because he had his Little League football championship game. So he went and did that. And then Sunday morning he come back and we hunted, and it was an awesome hunt. We only had one deer come in. It was a doe, but she would not present a shot for 10 minutes. He had to stay there and hold that crossbow for 10 minutes. And she finally turned broadside at 40 yards, and he put that bolt right where it's supposed to be, and she ran like 45, 50 yards and laid over dead. I was super pumped, and so was his dad. I think my little nephew got a little nervous, but he was fired up after he shot that thing. That was his first deer, and to shoot it with a crossbow, that was awesome. But that's my season. Hopefully this weekend will change, get on some deer, and maybe this morning will be the day.
Alright folks, welcome to Southeastern Ohio. It's a beautiful Saturday afternoon, and I decided to grab my lone wolf and run down into the woods and take my traditional bow with me. I've been trying to kill a doe with my traditional bow this whole year, basically since I killed my buck. And unfortunately I haven't got it done. I've spent a lot of time this year trying to film Delisa kill a nice buck, and unfortunately we just haven't seen very many good deer when we've been together. We saw one decent 8-point together about 150 yards from here, and then we saw a couple decent ones in the evening out of a blind. Now me and my buddy Kyle, who shot a really nice buck out of his place this year, we were doe hunting and had a really nice buck come in, jump the fence into the cut cornfield, and I wheezed at him because I had a deep hole in front of me, and unfortunately that just scared him and he ran back. Not that any of us had a buck tag, both of us were tagged out, but that's pretty much the best deer I've seen since the deer I killed. So it's been kind of slow. Now, one of the things I did this year is 2 of my buddies and I went down to Kentucky, and we spent a little bit of time down there chasing whitetails. Unfortunately, I didn't kill anything, but they killed 2 pretty nice bucks. We saw a ton of bucks down there. It was really cool down there because I was able to be really vocal, rattled in a lot of deer. One really nice up-and-comer that unfortunately got killed during the gun season after we left, but he came into about 21 yards, and it was a cool encounter. But I had a couple other good encounters. As a matter of fact, I went back down there a couple weeks later and slept in the back of my truck. Had some awesome hunts, some beautiful footage, bucks chasing does, and just the sun rising, and just cold mornings and steam puffing, and all the good stuff that we live for. But unfortunately, no big mature deer within bow range. So that's pretty much how my year's gone so far. I'm still trying to film Delisa kill a mature buck whenever she feels like hunting. And she's put in a lot of time this year, but unfortunately we just haven't connected on a good deer. So anytime that I get to myself, I grab my traditional bow and grab the camera. And I've been trying to kill a doe, so that's what I'm going to try to do tonight. If I kill something, or if I have a good encounter, you guys will get to see that. But if not, that's pretty much what my season's consisted of.
You know, Justin, I always enjoy the updates because I think sometimes people just watch the show and they just forget about all the not so successful moments that are actually happening, guys. I mean, sometimes you watch a show and it's just like action, deer, but there are so many hours, so many things that are going into having bad luck.
The majority of the show is the highlights of 20 plus people's season, right? The guys that film for the show and the team. So, I mean, yeah, sometimes it does come across like, man, these guys are just on deer all the time, but then you get a guy. Well, you get a guy like Kent. I mean, he hasn't had much time to hunt, but he's got great places to hunt. And traditionally, he's been on pretty good deer. He's just, kind of having a slow year. And in Paul's case, he shoots a deer early, a really good buck. We saw a couple episodes ago. And since then, he's been hunting a little bit. He can't shoot a buck, but he hasn't even had any encounters.
I thought you were going to say he couldn't shoot a bow for a second there.
No, he can't shoot. Ohio's a 1-buck state, so he's been out, looking for a doe, but he hasn't even had any great encounters with bucks in Ohio. And as we saw, he went down to Kentucky, which looks like the hot spot, man. Paul's having some good hunts. Yeah. Daryl killed some deer down there.
Illinois is terrible. You do
Stay
not
out
want
of
to
Illinois.
Yeah, leave Illinois, sell your properties, move somewhere else. Terrible place
Kentucky
to be.
Seems like it's the place to be. So cool updates from those guys. I know both of them are still going to be hunting here till the bitter end. Ohio goes, I don't even know how late. It's like almost February or something. They can hunt till it's super late over there. So still a chance for Paul to get a doe on the ground. So guys, that's it for the hunting action for this week's episode. Of course, right now we want to go to everybody's favorite part, which is trophy photos. So let's take a look at those now.
Darren Watts.
Jordan Horst.
Randy Steinmetz Jr.
Ryan Stein.
JJ Walters.
And Larissa Templeton.
Hey guys, as always, those are some great trophies. Keep sending them in. There's still a few episodes left for this season of season 8, so there's still hope that you can get in here.
Yeah, I think we got 3 or 4 more episodes left. We probably got a live stream in us here at some point.
Yeah.
Do some more prize giveaways.
ATA.
So, ATA shows coming up. A lot of live streams.
Archery shoot coming up. A lot of good stuff coming up.
Yeah, a lot of stuff going on. So guys, again, thanks for sending your photos in. This week we are awarding the winner as JJ Walters. So congratulations to JJ. Awesome deer, awesome photo.
We called him out too.
We did. We called JJ out last week because he submitted his photo with no last name. So he actually resubmitted his photo with his last name for this week, and he was the winner. So congratulations, JJ. Make sure you email us, info@bowhunting.com. We will get you a Bowhunter Die hat sent your way. Mr. Graff, Christmas coming up. late
Probably,
season.
it's probably
cold.
too late to get any last-minute Bowhunter Die specials. at
It
this
is
point.
definitely, well, you can order stuff. It's definitely not going to be there by Christmas if you order it at this
No,
point.
Janice would probably strangle us at this point.
Yes,
So
yes. But thank you to everybody who did order bowhunting.com and Bowhunter Die gear. We had an awesome fall season here with some great apparel. Probably be doing some more specials right after the first of the year, some closeouts on excess inventory. So guys, keep an eye out for those.
But let's get back to the hunting.
Hunting, late season, we need cold. And
It's
it looks
coming.
like we're getting cold.
coming.
But it looks like Christmas Eve, Christmas Day, which I don't
That's
know.
okay, though.
I don't know about you guys, but definitely not hunting those
No,
days.
it's not happening for me either. But it doesn't matter. You know, the key is that cold lingers around. That's the key. You know, it's
Sure.
always great to have those super cold days, but I got to tell you, you get those cold fronts that stay here for a week at a time, they're going to come to your food. They're
Yeah.
going to continue to come to your food. So,
Yeah,
and
definitely.
probably stay closer to it, to be honest with you.
Yeah, for sure, and get onto that food in the daylight. So guys, for those of you who are still hunting out there, good luck to you. For those of you who are successful, congratulations. And we are actually not having a show in between Christmas and New Year's. We're taking a little bit of a Christmas break, so we will see you guys after New Year's right here on Bowhunter Die.
And don't forget, guys, that was public land that Justin was on. For more exciting action, be sure to follow us on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram and receive live updates from our team members as well as the latest happenings in the bow hunting and archery world. Be sure to share your photos, stories, and experiences as well. And don't forget to pick up your official bowhunting.com and Bowhunter Die gear by visiting bowhunting.com/gear. We have a full selection of hats, shirts, decals, wristbands, and much more.
Action.
Hey YouTubers, happy holidays. We are right around that time of the year. Where were you at, right?
You know exactly what we're doing.
We do. We got it. Hold on. What do you got to say about Paul and
I'll do something.
Sounds about right?
Action.